another parcel in this wonderful electric car. I had another job interview today. I don't think I'm going to get the job, but it's hard. I'm trying to get out of an industry I was in for 13, 14 years and go into something new, because I really have no choice, because there's nothing in my field available. So it's a tough gig. Everything's really tough right now. So I'm driving from Camarillo, California to Woodland Hills, California to go drop off can't believe it takes 49 minutes to go 27 miles. You gotta love California traffic. Just gotta love it. I do know that I'm turning in this car on Monday morning and getting a gasoline car, because this has been the most ridiculous thing. It's cost me more money to constantly charge this car than I've made Ubering. I mean, it makes no sense. Electric cars and Uber don't make any sense. I don't know why. Maybe a Tesla if the Tesla charger is free. But I don't know. It's gotten really nutty. My marriage fell apart. You want to know why marriages fall apart? Marriages fall apart because two people grow apart in what they want. And instead of talking about it, they bottle it up. And the other reason is that we let ourselves go. I let myself go. I gained 44 pounds in the last 3 years. I'm not in the gym every day like I should be. I'm not working out because I'm really waiting to get back in the gym until I find a job. Once I find a job, I'll pick a gym. It's as simple as that. Because then I know what city I'm in. I have flexibility. Being homeless sucks, but it would be easier if I had a job. And having a job is very hard to find in this economy. So I looked on Indeed.com last night, and on Indeed.com last night, there was 4,116 available jobs in Nevada, California. Yes, I am. I'm homeless. Hi, guys. Nevada, Arizona, California, Oregon, Washington State. So far in 3 weeks that I have been unemployed, 3 weeks I've been unemployed, I have applied for 612 of those jobs. Everything from a janitorial job cleaning toilets all the way up to what I did for a living, which is running companies, being a general manager of a store, of a dealership. Hello. Don't feel bad for me, man. I'll climb out. I'm gonna tell you, so someone I talked to today I consider to be a very good friend. They stopped and said, no, you're not a cat, you're a cockroach. They can your life and still survive and keep living. So yeah, the problem is my kids and my family are all on the West Coast. So I have to stay at least west of Colorado or Colorado West. I can't really be in Texas. I'd love to be in Texas, but I can't. And in my industry, in the industry I've been in for 14 years, there's no jobs in Texas for that industry, because that industry is suffering worldwide. And I won't tell you what it is. That's not. One day I will, but right now, no. And I don't have any money to move. So it's in the streets right now. Very tough in the streets. I went in to buy 2 bananas, an apple, and a carrot, and it was $7. I used to do that years ago. I used to stop into a grocery store every morning, and it would be like $2.50 for that stuff. That's good, Mighty Vlogs. That's cool. So what I'm doing right now is I'm doing Uber Parcel and Uber Eats, and following wherever I can go to get work right now. Best thing to do. Best thing to do. So we shall see what the world throws us and throws my way and throws our way. But yeah, it was, I think the interview went pretty good. Well, here's the interesting part about YouTube. I have 2 small channels that are monetized. One's a podcast, and the other one's my main channel I started 3 years ago. One has 14,000 subscribers, the other one has 4,300, but realistically, every month I only make about $500 or $600 a month from ad revenue. And then I have a TikTok channel that makes about $60, has 52,000 followers. So I created this channel more to keep my sanity. If this ever got monetized, I wouldn't know what to do with it. I mean, I guess it would just be a day in my life as I try to survive this lull in my world. I mean, one thing I would tell you is I've never been unemployed for 3 weeks. I've never been unemployed for more than 2 days in my entire life. I'm 40 years old. I've been in the workforce for 24 years. I've never, outside of this last 3 weeks, I've never not had a job ever in 24 years. So coming on YouTube for this channel is just to help me keep my sanity, keep it together. And I really need to get the job that so I got another interview though. The good news is I'm finally starting to interview. It took a while. Like jobs I applied for 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, have been finally calling me back, wanting me to interview. So I have a second interview this coming week on Wednesday, somewhere in Los Angeles. I'm gonna check that out. That should be that should be the job. I had a really good first and second interview. I think the third interview is just kind of a formality. So that's why I'm here on YouTube, is just for my mental health. Because sometimes when I talk about it out loud, it helps you think. Sometimes when you talk things out loud and talk things through, it helps. It really does. Sometimes when you sit in silence and do nothing, you don't have, like, I don't know, your mental health kind of goes to hell, I guess. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. So, I'm going to create shirts, though. I'm going to create a merchandise store for this channel. And I'm going to make a shirt that says, he's like a cockroach, even a nuclear bomb can't kill him, or something. I'll come up with something like that. I'll come up with some kind of slogan. I don't know. It'll be funny. Yeah, I don't have any big sponsorships on my other YouTube channel. I don't have any big sponsors on my podcast. Companies are really not spending money on influencers right now unless you have 100,000, 200,000 subscribers. So I talked to I try to reach out to sponsors. I try to reach out to companies to sponsor them, and I finally got a phone call. And I'm not going to tell you a company because that's breaking privilege that I have with the person. But off the record, the lady I talked to, she works for a Fortune 100 company. She said at this time they're not spending money on influencers unless you're at the level of like Mr. Beast. They're not doing it anymore. They're trying to wait and see how the economy is going to unfold next year, because the economy right now looks like inflation's going to spike again because they lowered interest rates. Which on one of my main channels, I actually predicted that. I said the day that they lower interest rates, the very next meeting they're going to raise them back up because they're going to find that inflation's going to spike. And it did. The core CPI spiked up for the first time since the beginning of the year. So it just goes to show you that interest rates need to keep going up if they want to stabilize inflation. If they want to re-stimulate the economy and get people back to work and get people spending money, inflation's got to go through the roof, but interest rates will go down. So we're in one of those weird times where if we want to win, we all have to suffer, because we all fed ourselves and made ourselves fat during COVID. And, we depended on a government to take care of us, and we depended on a system to take care of us, and forgot what it was like to fend for ourselves. So, 16 miles to go, 35 minutes, which tells me what? Traffic is coming. I do like the self-driving. I like all the features of this car. This is a Kia Niro, and I like the features of it, and I like the technology of it. But my God, I hate electric vehicles just because they're not conducive to Uber driving. They're not conducive to it. So, anyway, I'm going to try to come on here daily for about 20-30 minutes and just talk. I'm going to try to post a video a day, whether it's a short or long form video. Just kind of chit chat and talk. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. There's a cop coming.